welcome back to my channel, Sharp Designs by Lakeisha, where I am designing my way through life and inspiring you to do the same. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that post notification bell so that you are notified every single time I do an upload. You showing them your new Ariel hair? You gotta back it up, baby. The lens is back here. Right there. Yeah, there you go. Back it up so they can see. So she got a new Ariel ponytail that she's showing y'all. Anywho, guys, so I'm starting the intro. Shh, don't let me do this. So I'm starting this intro right now. As you guys can see, there's no light coming through the window. It's nighttime. Right now it is 7 o'clock. I board my flight to head to Atlanta tonight. It takes off at, I think, 10:45, so I'm catching the red eye. When I get to Atlanta, it will be morning time. I have an event this weekend on Saturday morning to set up for, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm staying with Shayna, of course, like always. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything prepped. Basically, you guys, I'm bringing you guys along with me for the journey for this trip. I have to be back here before Sunday so Babe can go back to work. If you follow me on Instagram, I did mention to you guys that he is currently working out of San Francisco for a while. So during the week, he's there for majority of the week. So I have to be back to exchange the baby because Dakota is not coming with me, unfortunately. I'm so sad. But I just wanted to go ahead and get this intro knocked out so that way when I do start working, you guys will already know what's going on. I will see you guys either on the plane or when I land sometime. I'm going to bring you guys along with me, so I'm going to try to get as much as I can. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, I made it to Atlanta. I am so freaking tired. I barely got sleep on the plane because the guy next to me kept moving around. I mean, I don't know, but anyway, I made it. As you guys can see, I'm in the U-Haul. I went ahead and picked it up because I'm staying with my friend Shayna, and she has to go to work and she won't get off until later on this evening. So I went ahead and got the U-Haul so that we don't have to worry about rushing to pick it up in the morning, because I'm going to try to get there and set up. I'm doing balloons around some marquee lights, as you guys probably will see on the image for the vlog. And she said the lights will be delivered at 9. Marquee lights will be delivered at 9, so I'm going to get there shortly after to go ahead and get the setup done, because I'm going to be heading back home. So yeah, just wanted to do a quick check-in, let y'all know that I made it safely, got the U-Haul, and I'm going to go to Shayna's house, take a nap, and then I'm going to get up and get back to work. So I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, I am back and I'm about to get started blowing up balloons. This is probably pretty redundant. If you've been following me on Instagram, I'm bringing you guys along there as well. But I'm gonna try to go a little further in depth here on the vlog. So first thing I wanna share is the balloons that I will be using for this installation. I'm gonna be using QUALATEX gray, and I have this one in 5, 11, and 16 inches. And then I have SEMPERTEX fashion white, which I'm using in 5, 11, 24, and 18 inches. And then I have SEMPERTEX REFLEX silver, which I am using in 5 and 11 inches. All right, and the colors of this Garland, as you can see, are gonna be white and gray with chrome silver in it. And I'm gonna be putting these on a marquee, which you probably already saw on the cover for this vlog. So, and then I'm going to be using my handy dandy pump to blow the balloons up. This pump was only 20 bucks, and I've been using this same pump since I started doing balloons. There are much fancier ones, as I always tell you guys, but this one has been getting the job done for me just fine. And then also, I shared on my Instagram page, you guys always ask me about these bags that I use to put the balloons in. They're just mattress bags. They're not any type of special balloon bag or anything. These are pretty heavy duty because, of course, you have to be able to lug mattresses in them when moving. So these are definitely reusable, and I like to get mine. Don't y'all go start buying them up now. But I'm gonna let y'all in on my little secret. I like to grab mine at U-Haul because this king one is only $4.95 and the queen one is $3.95 here in Georgia, where I haven't looked anywhere else, but in Georgia, that's the prices for them. When you go into stores like Lowe's or Home Depot and things like that, they tend to be a little bit more expensive. You can find some decent price ones on Amazon, and I'll link those down below in case you don't want to go to U-Haul to get them, because sometimes they're out of them. I guess you know, people buy them a lot for their mattresses as well because the price is so good. But I'll link some down below as well as the pump for you guys, and I'll list the balloon colors in case you need that information as well. So yeah, we're just about to go ahead and get started blowing up balloons. Oh, and another tidbit that I shared on my Instagram, if you're not following me, that you probably missed, is now whenever I have like a last minute balloon project, because I typically always have extra balloons, but I always run out of 260. So now if I have a last minute project, I found Walmart has 260s in there. That's not a solid pack, it's more of a mixed variety, but the 260s don't show when you make your clusters and things. If you put them in there properly, they don't show, so it doesn't matter. But these are only $1.50, so I grabbed 2 bags of these, and then I have some other ones that I'm going to use for this installation as well. And I think that's everything you guys need to know right now. I know what else I wanted to share with you guys. The only thing I know about this event is that it is going to be a drive-by shower, and that they want me to put the balloons on the marquee lights. Now you're probably thinking, how are you gonna prepare? You don't have the marquee lights, this, that, and other. The thing is, when you get a client, you have to ask questions so that you can help yourself help them. So the first thing I asked her were for the location of where the installation is gonna go, so that way I can be prepared. She tells me it's gonna be outside. Perfect. Luckily tomorrow isn't going to be a sunny ghost. Come on, Stinky. Luckily tomorrow isn't going to be a super sunny day, so we should be good to go as far as the sun, you know, messing up the balloons. Second question is, when am I installing these balloons on? She tells me that they're going to be going on to marquee lights. I asked for inspiration pics so I can make sure I can quote, give her an appropriate price for what she wants. That's important, because you don't want to say, oh, I only charge you $250, and then you get this installation and it's on marquee lights, but it's going up the freaking house. You know, you want to make sure you know what you're actually doing. So she sent me a picture. She just wants like a garland going around. I probably do a little extra because that's just what I do. I'm gonna make it cute as I can for them. And then I asked her the measurements for the marquee lights. So she tells me that they are 3 feet tall. So I already know that. And she said they're gonna be stacked, which means they're gonna be about 6 feet high, give or take, coming up on both sides. And then if they're, and then as far as the length goes, I'm just gonna go ahead and say 3 feet wide max. So that would be 9 feet across. Because the BO is going to be O boy, so boy is going to be, so that gives me a guesstimate 6, 6, and 9 is, you know, add that up. That gives me the approximate footage that I need my balloon garland to be. And then I'm going to blow up extra clusters so that I can either build onto that or fill in where I need to fill in. Does that make sense? Hope that helps. Y'all want to see Coda? There she goes. Say hey to the vlog, Co. Hey. Alright guys, so this is all of the balloons that I blew up. I don't know if I'm going to need all of them, but I just did more than enough. I can always fill and go bigger if I wanted to. And I didn't blow up as many chrome balloons because the base, majority of my base, I want it to be the white and gray. And then I'm going to put the chrome in there in certain spots where I want it. With these, I'm gonna make some pretty clusters and add those in once I get all of the base completed. So I'm gonna go ahead and start tying those together, and today I'm gonna be using 260 balloons to do that. I also have fishing line here, but I'm gonna use 260s because that's just what I've been preferring lately. So stick around. I'm gonna walk through how to do the figure 8 method, get up and close with you guys like I've been wanting to in the past few vlogs. So I have plenty of time today, plenty of daylight. I'm not rushed, so let's get into it. Alright guys, so I have my first dupe, and the first thing you're gonna do is take your 260 or your fishing line, and you wanna, I like to use the closed end, and I'm gonna tie a knot to link it to the 260. And once it's attached, you're gonna take your 260 or fishing line and attach it in a knot onto your dupes. Then you're gonna take a second cluster, you're gonna put it on top of this one, almost making a cross. You're gonna bring your 260 to the center, you're gonna cross it over, which is gonna attach the new dupe to the original dupe. You're just gonna make a figure 8, bringing it around, back up in the center. Then you can take another one, Do the same thing, make a cross, bring that 260 over it, under, like a figure 8, up to the center and back around for good measure. And that's what links your garland all together. Now I'm gonna start incorporating some of the gray. Let's center it using the figure 8 method, bring it around for good measure. Because I don't know exactly how the letters are gonna be styled, I just know about a length that I wanna do it. I'm just gonna get a good base going, and tomorrow when I go in to fill it, I'll work that out then. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to white. I'm gonna put the white in between here where the gray is, bring my 260 balloon, cross over this down the middle to link it, bring it back around, making a figure 8 around original, and then I'm gonna bring it up here around for good measure. I could do another dupe onto this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and tie it off in a knot and attach a new 260. And as y'all can see, you can't even see the color 260 that I'm using. So to attach the next 260, I'm gonna take this, tie it around a balloon just like I did for the original. That has it attached. And then I'm just gonna keep going. Let me find a balloon that I wanna use. Do this one. Link it there. And when you're pulling your 260, you want to make sure you're pulling it from the bottom and not the top, because that's how you're going to get the most usage. So this is where the 260 is. I'm going to bring my dupe, cross it over, pull this from the bottom, figure 8 it around, pull it in the center to make sure it's nice and no gap, and then around for good measure. I think I want to go into some silver now. I'm gonna do just a little bit of silver so it can go ahead and start getting incorporated in there, because I do have 5-inch silvers. Let me back you guys up so you can see how it's growing. So this is what I have so far. What I did was take this one, push it in the center, bring it to 60 around, figure 8 in it. And I just wanted to do just a touch of silver. So now I'm gonna go back to the white, and I'm gonna check back in with you guys once I get a little further along. Hey guys, so I got all of the base done for the garland, and I started creating clusters with these. Were all the leftovers I had, so I definitely over blew, but I would have need to blown some up to continue to shape and add dimension to the base. You guys know the base is the base. That's just to give you basically the framework, like when you make the house. The magic happens when you start adding the clusters. So the clusters are the paint, the flooring, the light fixtures, the furniture. That's what does this. This is just the frame. So that's just the boring basic garland. So I have these I'm gonna use tomorrow to shape my garland. And right now I brought all of my 5 inches, 5 and 9-inch balloons into the living room so that I can start making my smaller intricate clusters, and I'll make some medium and small ones to add onto these basic clusters here, so that these will be a little more fuller. But just wanted to give you guys a quick update and bring you guys in the living room with me while I make the clusters, and after that we'll be done and the magic will be happening on tomorrow. Alright guys, so the clusters are looking really good. These are the larger ones that were in the living room. I took and added some 5-inch balloons, blew them up different sizes, and gave these a little more dimension for when I add those on to give the garland some shape. And then my mini ones are over here. I just have to add the 260 balloons to them. And I think this is it for the night as far as the vlog goes, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get the 260s on, and I will see you guys tomorrow for setup, show you guys how I'm gonna do all of that. So I will see y'all in the morning. Bye. All right guys, so I made it to location. I'm gonna show you guys the marquee light. And so we're gonna go ahead and get started with setting up the balloons. I'm so excited for this installation, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so now it's time to get the garland all around these marquee lights. I'm gonna try not to speed this setup process up too much because I want you guys to be able to see everything that it entails to get the balloon garland where it needs to be. It is a process, but it is so worth it. So what I'm doing now is attaching the first piece of the balloon garland to the marquee light stand. I blew my garland up in 3 pieces because, again, I wasn't sure of the exact measurements. I got all the information that I could, but I wanted to be sure that I could be flexible with how I was designing it. So I did it in 3 pieces, 1 for each side that needed to be covered. And again, I'm using the 260 balloons and I'm tying them towards the back of the light so that they didn't show any type of way in the front. Alright, so at this point I have the first garland attached. I probably linked it with maybe 1 260 so far, and then I attached the 260 to the end of the second garland, and I am wrapping it around the one that's already there, and that's how I'm going to link those 2 pieces together. As you guys can see, the wind was blowing just a slight bit at this point, but I'm glad that it was blowing because I was able to see where else I needed to attach 260 balloons in order to make sure that it was secure, so that when I left, the garland just wasn't blowing everywhere.
Before I hit record, can I hand it to you?
Before I need, like,
yeah. And then I'll bring these over here. I need to be moving around. It's cold. Hey guys, it's Keisha's assistant Shayna. She's using the 260 balloons to put up her balloons right now.
And this is just the base, so I'm going to start adding in the clusters, and that's what's going to, like, I'm going to adjust them and start adding in clusters, and that's what's going to make them look pretty. So just stay tuned.
Uh-oh.
I'll fix that.
So what I'm doing now is taking a 260 balloon and attaching it to the end of this third piece of the garland. And then, like I did for the first part, I'm going to secure the 2 ends together, making it one complete garland. And then I'm going to go in and re-secure the garland to the frame for the marquee lights using 260s and command hooks.
Yeah, I still have a ton in the back that's gonna like make it really pretty. And
Oh my goodness, I have to go get that.
so I got the base, and I'm adding in the clusters now. These are the larger white ones that I did on last night. And I'm just using a 260 balloon, making a loop like I showed y'all on the last video when I added the clusters onto that garland, creating a loop, and then I'm just attaching it around a balloon.
Are you gonna do some behind the O and the void?
Yeah. I probably need to put one back there.
You got some more clusters in there.
White. So I'm glad the wind is blowing now because I can see where I need to add my command hooks for extra security in the front. Working on the gray ones, and I'm doing the same thing. Tie the loop, using a 260 and looping them around the balloons. About to add in my smaller ones and we'll be all done. And I have these on 260s if you're new. And I just loop them around the balloon.